Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Activities for People Living at Home with Dementia. We are proud to offer this series with funding from the Area Agency on Aging and the United Way of Tarrant County. These programs are recorded and are made available for viewing through a YouTube channel for future use. I am Martha Brown, your host for today's activities. Today we are presenting Emily Corbin with Moving to Heal. Emily, are you going to make us sweat today?
Yes, you will.
Oh, I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. So hi, everyone. It's good to see you today. We've got this lovely warm fall day, right? And we have Lolly practicing with us. So
All right.
We'll see if Lolly breaks the sweat. Just want to remind you to just notice and honor how your body is showing up to the practice today, right? May not be the same as it felt last week, and you may feel differently than you felt even an hour ago. So just notice how you sense where you are right now, and take a couple of deeper breaths here at the beginning, just noticing where you feel your breath moves easily through your body, and then maybe notice, oh, I feel kind of like at the top of that exhale, it gets a little bit stuck. I have to work a little harder, right? Anything you notice about your breathing and about what's going on in your hips or your feet or your wrists, just notice all those things. And you might breathe in and breathe out. And notice if your lung capacity feels like a 10, if it feels like the most you've ever breathed in. And maybe notice if it feels closer to a 1 or a 2, like you really need quite a bit more air coming in, and balance of oxygen and CO2. So just notice, take your shoes off if that feels right to you, so you can feel the floor underneath your feet. And then sit at the edge of your chair. I know Lolly is on top of my feet right now, but when we start moving, you'll be able to see my feet, hopefully. And we can pay really close attention to the sensations and the information coming in through our feet. All right. So let's get started. A little bit shorter playlist today. Sensing that a more gentle practice is where it is at today. So bear with me while I share my screen. You guys can take some deep breaths and get a little more acquainted with how your body showed up for you today. And how are we doing? Do we have any audio? No, oh, there we go. Is that good? We see the little red. There we go.
There we go.
Oh, yes.
We're going to start that over there. And was it too loud before, friends, when you did hear that? Or was it just surprising?
It was a surprise.
Okay, surprise. All right. Surprise, Lolly. She doesn't hear the music, at least not like we do, so. All right. So sensing your 2 feet on the ground, sit up nice and tall. Yeah. And then a couple of deep breaths to just kind of clear the energy, right? So whatever might be on your mind that you brought with you into this moment, let's just take a couple moments to acknowledge it, right? So it could be your to-do list for later today, right? I noticed my to-do list and I let that go. So let every breath in be like noticing, and every breath out be like letting go, so that you can notice something different the next time. Good. And then start to kind of work the shoulders a little bit, moving one shoulder in as you breathe in, and then dropping it down as you exhale, breathing out. And let's get willing, right? Let's get willing to sense more. Let's get willing and let's choose to let our breath kind of guide our movement, right? So when we're about to use effort, we know we want to give an exhale to our effort, right? Like when you're lifting weights at the gym and they say, exhale when you're about to curl up that weight. Give it a try. Good. Now both shoulders at the same time. Inhaling them up towards your ears and exhaling them back down. Yes, good, nice and slow. Very good, nice. And then taking the palms and the fingertips to your thighs. Yeah, and just touch, close your eyes as you touch. So you can move your hands down the outsides of your legs and up. You can just do one leg with both hands, or you can do whatever shows up, right? Just allowing information to move from this place where your hand touches your leg. And then maybe moving up to the outer arm and the shoulders. Just touch. Touch and pause. So that little pause is like an exclamation point, right? Good. And then we'll soften. Bring your palms facing each other with the fingers up. And play that piano right between your hands. Yeah, good. And find a forward and back sway. Yes. So get nice and tall in your spine. And I'll demonstrate this sideways so you can see that my chin is playing along, right? The spine is nice and supple here. Good. Keep going. And ready, let's take the arms down by the side, reaching only the right arm up. And now play the piano from this position. Good. And our sway will move sideways now. Relax your left shoulder. Good. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Bring both arms in and close them. Nice. Pause. Both arms open. And pause. Good. Both arms in. Pause. Nice. Take the pause, open. Yes. Pause. Stay there. Good. Allow that right hand to come down. Left goes up. Play the piano. It's a little bigger now, right? Add your spine to this movement. You can let your spine dance sideways, in a circle, I don't know. Notice how your feet have to adjust. Maybe they widen so that you have stability with this mobility. Come back to the smaller movement. Nice. Bringing that left arm down, just take a little shrug of the shoulders, little shimmy, right? And go ahead and let yourself make a sound with your voice, right? Nice. Yes. And then let that go. Good. Hear this music. There's a shape. A shape. And it looks like a squeeze release. So it's a contraction and an expansion. That's what a squeeze release is. Or it's a big and a small. And it's modern dance, right? There's no fluid movement here. Maybe the space between the movements is fluid. Good. Keep going. 3, 2, bring it back to the center now. Take your feet a little wider. Good. So we've got this ball of energy that we're holding. So look at it, right? Look at it, notice its shape and its size and maybe its color. And if it's clear or opaque, what does your ball of energy look like? And then see if you could separate your wrist and sort of allow it to spread out. Good. Now, we'll send that energy over the left side of the body and then bring it back up. Nice. And then the right. So we're going to do that to the rhythm of the music, right? So it looks like left, up, 2, 3, other side. Yeah, and left. Watch it come back in. Back through the center and left. You can pick up your foot and plant it. Right side. Reach it up. Left side. Reach it up. Right side. Reach it up. One more each side. Last one. Back to the center. And then there's so much energy. It's starting to bubble out from the center of you. So now it's like you're floating on this bubble of energy. You hear that in the music? And maybe it starts to lift your feet off the ground. Yeah, good. So just notice the muscles in your belly and your legs that are stabilizing you as this bubble, moves through you. Good. Whoa, nice. Good. Now, the bubble is getting a little smaller. And it's starting to move in a circular motion. Above our heads, over to one side, and then back down again. Any direction is just right. So if your arms or your shoulders become tight or tense or sore, how could you make it more comfortable, right? You could soften your joints, right? Nice. Now, if you went one direction with your bubble, moving down and up and over, go the other way. And notice how one foot begins to sense the floor a little bit more as your body weight shifts, right? And then could you keep both feet equally weighted into the ground? Nice. Bring your arms back to the center. Remember the piano hand there, right? But we're gonna make them more fluid. Nice. So reaching out and reaching out, back in. Reaching out Good. Keep going. This is the last one. Bringing palms up way out by your side. And rub the tips of your fingers together against your thumb. Yeah. So take your legs wide. And a little sideways shift. Good. Nice. We're gonna bring one arm in. And then take it straight. We'll add the other arm. Yeah, good. You got it. So really act like you could kiss your elbow to the back body. 3, 2, we're gonna even it out. 1, other side. If the arms become sore, draw them a little closer to the body. 3, 2, 1. Stay in the center. So the movement will be basically the same with the arms here. You're going to draw the elbows in and then reach them out. But the palms will change direction. In. So the palms go in and up, out and down. In, up, out, down. In, up. And I'm leaning my weight forward and back. That's it. Yeah. Nice. So you can exhale when you bring the elbows in. And you can make it a little more like you're exploring when your palms go out and down. Nice. We're just sweeping one arm down and then the other. Yeah. So the shoulder is kind of playing the song. Any arm is good. Let's alternate. Nice. Good. All right. Let's march, shall we? So the legs are very stable. The feet lift up and down, walking, right? Marching maybe. And the upper body is very fluid. It's just what we were doing before, but it's a little faster. That means it's a little smaller too. Right? What does your dance feel like? Nice. And then from this, the arms can kind of organically start to stir the pot, right? Take your legs wider. We're getting ready. Keep marching with the feet. Yeah? Hear it? The music is readying us. Nice. So you're going to start to stir and reach it in and stir and reach it in. Like you want to get all the edges of the pot. All that flavor. Reach. Nice. Feel the back of your body helping you reach. Good. Last 2. And switch sides. Yep. So go slow. Right, get all the edges. And then maybe it gets a little bit faster but smaller. Yes. And then bringing the feet back in. Remember the finger flick? So let your legs be structured, right? They're lifting and pressing the whole foot down. Come into just the feet with me for now. Lift and press. It's very deliberate, right? Like to really mean it, to really stomping something down here, right? And then the fingers add this element of surprise and unpredictability, right? Good. Keep going with the legs. The music, where is it? Right? Oh, it's coming back. Oh, nice. Take a moment. Let your feet feel the floor underneath you. Take your palms to your thighs again and lift your spine up. It's almost like there's a string pulling up the crown of your head, lengthening the back of your body and just helping you relax your head. Nice. So we're noticing all of the movement that we sense, even though we're in stillness. Good. Sitting a little further back in your chair now. Just lifting and pointing the toes of one leg. Good. And then we'll make a little circle. So you can make a circle with your whole leg, sort of drawing a line with the tips of your toes, or you could just rotate at the ankle. If you want to move the whole leg, requires a lot more belly stability and strength. And if you want to just move your ankle, you're still using very similar muscles, a little bit smaller. Good. Keep going. 3, 2, 1. And then there's a tap and a tap. Tap. Anywhere you tap. Tap your toes. In the space, maybe. Tap. It's a pause. A shake. Just with this one leg. Tap. And you don't quite know where it's going to happen. Good. Keep going and tapping. We're going to take the other side, lifting the leg out straight, rotating, so as straight as is comfortable for you, right? The other leg is pushing firmly into the chair and the floor. So you can take these circles, right, that are bigger or smaller, ankle rotates, or the whole leg moves, up to you. Maybe a little bit of both. Yeah, good. And then we tap, tap, tap. Keep your hands on your thighs or on your hips for stability. To sense that stability in your core and this mobility in your leg. Good. And now take your foot back to the floor. Let's take another breath of stillness. Good. So do you remember spinal rolls? Spinal rolls, we take our feet wide and we let our chin tell us how to move, right? So if our chin goes down, then we can start to round the spine down that way. And then once our chin is down, we lift it up in order to lift up the rest of the body. Good. Now, if we're sitting up and the chin lifts up, we can reach with the chin until it comes down. This is the opposite of what we just did. And then when the chin comes to the chest, we can round and push back up. So we'll first work with chin reaching out and up. Good. And then chin reaching down and rolling the spine up. Keep going. Nice and slow. Chin to chest as you start to come back up. Nice. We'll take a pause in the center and a spinal sway. Yeah. And back to the center. Let your chin go down this time. As you roll down. And then look up to rise up. Nice. Look down to go down. Look up to go up. We'll do one more. And coming back up. Good. Excellent. So remember 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So it's this fast, slow variation. So there's a 1 outward block. 1, 2, 3. 1 slow, 2 slow. 1, 2, 3 fast. 1 slow. 1, 2, 3. Let's move down. So it's 1 fast, 2 fast, 1. Sorry, my words and my actions are not lining up. 1 slow, 2 slow, 1, 2, 3 fast. You got it. Good. We'll take the arms up like a block, yeah? So we'll start that rhythm now. Up, 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 up. You got it. Up, up. 1, 2, 3. And now just heels of the hand, right? So heels of the hand wiping. Yeah. Let's do slow right here. We'll find our rhythm in a sec. Good. So activate the heel of your hand so the fingers are also engaged, right? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Can you let your upper body dance? 1, 2, 3. Nice. 2, 1, 2, 3. We're good. Reaching one arm up and out, the other arm up and out. Doesn't matter which one. Like an explosion. Yes. Fingertips explode up. Yes. Maybe even watching the fingertips explode. Like, look at that. Keep going. One more each side. Both arms up and out and down. We'll do that again. Both arms up and out and down. Nice. So up, out, and melt down. Up, out, melt down. Right? That's fast. So maybe you do it smaller. Up, out, melt down. Up, out, melt down. Good. And come back to center. Right? If your brain got tricked up in that, it's all good. You got smarter. Yeah? It's true. It happened. I promise. Let's sit back in our seat. Get nice and comfy. Feel the floor underneath your feet. Yeah. Just take a moment of breathing into this space. And then we'll lift up one leg and cross it over the other. So whichever leg you choose, we're gonna breathe into the space of that hip joint, okay? And get nice and relaxed in your shoulders, soften your jaw, right? When I do this, I think about my grandmother saying the barn door, something wise, I don't know, but it's okay, right? We're gonna relax the mouth and the jaw and the brow. And then with each exhale, you can see if there's a little bit more space to enjoy in the stretching hip. So the foot that's on the ground, you want a strong connection between that foot and the floor. One of the ways you can enhance this stretch is just taking your palms to that knee and gently pushing the knee straight down. Just a little bit is a lot, right? Less is more. Using your exhale. And then maybe taking a full breath with that amount of pressure. And then letting that go. Good. When you're ready, let's begin to reach long through the spine and hinge forward as much as is comfortable. So without rounding your spine, right? So if you have to round your spine in order to move further forward, you're closing off your heart, but you're not really getting any more stretch. So let's just keep the spine nice and tall. And even if we hinge only a fraction of an inch, but our hearts are open, we are so much better served. Nice. So whether you're here or here, it's all good. Just breathe into where you sense the stretch. Your next inhale breath, you're going to start to back away from the stretch. And your next exhale breath, you'll uncross your legs and bring both to the floor for a full breath. And then lifting the other leg and crossing it over. Okay, take your time. And these are those moments where it's really easy to start thinking about your to-do list, right? So if you notice that's happening, it's okay. Just come back to this right here and breathe. Breathe into your stretching hips. Sense the foot that's on the floor. Get nice and tall through your spine. Take the palms to the inside of your stretching leg, to that knee. Use an exhale to just invite a little bit more space. Back away with your next inhale. Get tall. And hinge, if it's available to you, with your next exhale. Remember to keep your heart open, right? So I'm not sure how many of our accomplishments matter if we don't show up to them with an open heart. Notice relaxation in your jaw and both of your hips. As you inhale, rise back up through the center, back away from the stretch, and exhale to take the foot back to the floor. Good. We're going to move back to the edge of our seat and just kind of let the knees windshield side to side here. You can use your hands to kind of guide the knees and sense the relationship between your knees and your hips. Sense the relationship between your jaw and your hips. So if you tighten up your jaw here, try to soften. Good. Bring your feet back underneath you. Palms up and out. Nice and slow. Start to reach. And then when you inhale the next time, you'll notice it's natural for your chest to expand, and it sort of can take your shoulders into your ears. But with your next exhale, see if you can relax your shoulders away from your ears. Good. Bend your elbows. Your hands may touch behind your head, and you can just gently let the tips of the fingers come to the back of your shoulders, or whatever they touch. Right? Just relaxing, letting the arms kind of hang out here. Yeah. And then inhale, bring the hands back up over your head. Exhale, touch the space as you bring your palms down. Nice. That'll feel a lot of warm sensation in the backs of your arms here, and that might trickle all the way down into your fingers. Just wiggle your fingertips here. Nice. And what about just your thumb? Nice. So now some gentle movement of the head and the neck, right? So inhaling to lift only through the crown of the head. And you might just imagine that the crown of your head is getting lifted just a little bit more. Good. And with your next exhale, soften your left ear to your left shoulder. And at some point, you'll feel resistance. You'll feel that the right side tenses up, or your jaw starts to clench. Whatever you notice there, just honor it. And how do we do that, right? Well, maybe we move back to the center a little bit with our inhale. And then the next time we exhale, we start to pay closer attention to where that tension starts to arrive. And if we know that we need to slow down and breathe more in that place, then we can choose that. So with every inhale, returning to the center just a little bit. And with every exhale, allowing your ear to fall a little deeper. Allow the right palm to rest up on the top of your right thigh. Soften your jaw. With your next inhale, bring yourself back up to neutral. This time, you're letting your right arm relax down. We're going to take the left hand to the top of the right thigh. Left thigh. Thank you. Yep. Inhale to lengthen through your spine. And exhale, right ear falls to right shoulder. Notice where you start to feel like you're having to push, and use your inhale to move through the center just a little bit. Exhale to take that ear back towards the shoulder, and where you sense you might need to push, could you just soften instead? One more like that. Inhaling, slight move to center, and exhaling, releasing the ear deeper towards the shoulder, softening the left side. Good. Inhale back to the center. Bring your palms up. Look up. And exhale to clear the space. Yes. One more time. Clear the space. Wipe the slate clean. Nice. And then this next breath, we'll let our palms come together at our heart. So however you move forward into your day, you can bring with you this renewed energy combined with a renewed calm. And remember to carry with you your open heart. Thanks for practicing, friend. Namaste.
Namaste, friend. Thank you.
Thank you.
Very
That
nice.
music-
Thank you very much.
The music is very soothing. I'm glad you
It is,
used
yes.
again and
I
again.
like it. I like the music.
I'm so glad. Thanks. Thanks for the feedback. That's really important to know that you like the music.
Yeah.
And I like the drapes
Um,
just fine too.
What's that?
I like the drapes just fine also.
Oh, yeah, they're working. They're working pretty well. I feel pretty good about it, about this DIY thing going on here.
And it's working for you.
It's working.
Absolutely.
Thanks so much.
I always feel more supple when you are here.
Mm,
That's a good thing.
that's lovely. Yeah, we just need to be kind to these vessels, these ships that we are
Mhm.
sailing through life with, right?
Absolutely. Yes, ma'am. Well, let's take a look and see what's coming up tomorrow.
Thanks all.
Bye-bye.
Emily, yes. Tomorrow, oh, Emily, if you have time for this.
Oh yeah.
Buddy Bray, solo piano tomorrow.
Oh, fun. At 10:30.
Yes. Buddy has been doing educational groups for the symphony for decades. And he knows how to tell a story about what's coming up with a symphony that's about to be played. And he will tell you a story that will hook it all together and make the music more meaningful. He's just that kind of brilliant.
He's wonderful. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love that. Oh, 10:30 tomorrow. You know, it's a possibility.
You're
Martha,
always
you'll have to shoot me a reminder though.
Okay. I understand if you're not used to it, but he is well worth peeking in.